Day 89 of hitchhiking from Southampton to South Africa.
We've got a very big day ahead of us today, as we'll be crossing from the Gambia into Senegal and then finally to Guinea. We pretty quickly got a ride to the border, but then as I got out of the car, I scraped my head against the roof. Luckily, there was a first aid kit at the border and they quickly fixed me up before stamping us out of the Gambia. We then walked across to the Senegalese side, entered the country and walked for about half an hour before we got picked up by someone on his way to a nearby town. In the town, he showed us his warehouse full of drinks, and then he even gave us some before dropping us off on the main road towards Guinea. After half an hour of waiting, we got picked up by a Portuguese guy who took us to Manda. Here, we got our Guinean visas printed and had some food as we waited on the side of the road for our next ride. We then got another ride, which took us about 30 kilometers away from the first border checkpoint. We got dropped off in a very small village, and it seemed like everyone living here came out to see us. We waited for an hour and then got a ride to the border. We got stamped out of Senegal, but still had another 30 kilometers to go to Guinea. Luckily, we quickly managed to find a ride to Guinea, but then, when we arrived at the border, the immigration officers didn't seem too happy about the fact that we showed up here at 6 p.m. with no means of transportation, no money, and no hotel reservation. They told us that for our own safety, they couldn't let us into the country till the morning, and forced us into a very hot hotel at the border. Luckily for us, we ended up meeting a Spanish guy who was also stuck at the border, and he ended up buying us a couple of beers and cooking us some food in his truck. It's a bit annoying they wouldn't let us in, and I still feel like we could have made it to the first town, as it's only 40 kilometers away. But I guess at the end of the day, they're just doing their job and just want to make sure we're safe.